Stop everything. If you're over 50 and still reaching for those giant 90s florals, muddy paisleys, or head-to-toe matching prints, you might be accidentally aging yourself by a decade without even realizing it. But in 2026, good news. Trends like sophisticated pink accents and rich brown solids are here to rescue, with animal prints as your new best friend if scaled right. But here's the good news. This isn't about throwing out your entire wardrobe or following strict rules. Today, I'm revealing the 12 fashion prints that often don't flatter women over 50 anymore, and the timeless, sophisticated alternatives that make you look radiant, confident, and effortlessly modern. We're ditching the fear and embracing intentional style. Impeccable fit, luxurious fabrics, flattering solids as your canvas, and prints used like beautiful accents that highlight you. Stick around. By the end, you'll have the tools to open your closet and feel excited again. If any print in your wardrobe makes you feel off these days, drop it in the comments right now. What's one pattern you're ready to rethink? And if this helps you dress with more confidence, hit that like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip. Let's get stylish together. Now that we've hooked into why this matters, because those once loved prints can quietly start working against the confident, radiant woman you are today, let's move right into the heart of the video. Prints are truly magical. They bring life, personality, and that special spark of joy to any outfit. A thoughtfully chosen pattern can make you feel playful one day and sophisticated the next. It's a beautiful way to express who you are. But as our personal style evolves, especially after 50, we naturally become more selective. What once felt fresh and fun in our 30s or 40s can sometimes begin to feel a little jarring, a touch overwhelming, or simply out of sync with the elegant, self-assured woman we've grown into. This is exactly why the 12 print principles exist. Let me be very clear from the start, these are not a list of banned items or strict never wear this rules. I'm not here to judge your closet or make you second guess every piece you own. Instead, think of them as gentle insider watchouts, practical tips collected from years of styling real women just like you. They're the subtle red flags that whisper, this pattern might be dimming your shine right now, so you can make more deliberate choices and step into your clothes feeling even more powerful and put together. To make everything easier to digest and apply, I've grouped the 12 principles into 4 clear categories. This way, you can quickly identify the most common stumbling blocks without feeling overwhelmed. First, outdated and low-quality prints, patterns that carry the unmistakable echo of a recent, non-vintage era or are printed on fabrics that instantly cheapen their beauty. Second, unflattering colors in scale, palettes that drain life from your complexion, and designs whose size simply doesn't harmonize with your unique body frame. Third, overwhelming and ill-placed prints, busy motifs on shapeless garments, poor fit that distorts the pattern itself, and optical lines that create illusions we'd rather avoid. And fourth, the too much of a good thing prints, head-to-toe matching sets, clashing combinations, or layering too many bold patterns at once until the eye doesn't know where to rest. At their core, all these principles point to one simple truth. The most unflattering moments usually happen when the print becomes the main character and overshadows you, your shape, your glow, your personality. And in 2026, we'll flip these to positives like relaxed tailoring with subtle polka dots or faux fur accents on creamy neutrals. But here's what makes this exciting. This is only the diagnostic part. After we go through these watchouts together, we're going to turn the entire conversation positive. In the second half of the video, I'll walk you through the proactive philosophy that actually builds timeless, effortless style, beginning with impeccable fit and luxurious natural fabrics, establishing a strong capsule wardrobe of sophisticated solids in colors that make you look radiant, and then thoughtfully reintroducing prints as intentional, beautiful accents that support and celebrate you. Let's step fully into the first category, outdated and low-quality prints. This is where so many women first notice that quiet disconnect, the moment a beloved piece stops feeling like me and starts feeling like a relic from another chapter. These aren't dramatic mistakes, they're subtle time capsules and material missteps that can age an entire outfit faster than any wrinkle or gray hair ever could. The beauty is, once you recognize them, releasing or replacing them feels like shedding weight you didn't know you were carrying. Begin with the Era Echo, Principle 1. Certain prints arrive stamped with a very precise historical footprint, one that's recent enough to feel dated rather than delightfully retro. The prime suspect is the large-scale, high-contrast floral in glossy polyester that flooded wardrobes in the late 1990s through the mid-2000s. Those blooms were enormous, the colors saturated, the fabric shiny and structured. Think church suits, maxi dresses for special occasions, or office blouses meant to stand out. At the time, they radiated festivity and presence. Today, however, they rarely evoke cool vintage nostalgia, like a swirling 1960s Poochie scarf or a soft 1950s Liberty print. Instead, they broadcast that specific decade in a way that feels locked in time, pulling the eye backward and making even a well-fitted modern silhouette seem out of step. The pattern doesn't support the woman wearing it, it dates her. The graceful way forward is to choose motifs with timeless DNA, ones that could belong to any elegant era. Delicate abstracts that suggest brush strokes, clean geometrics with quiet rhythm, fine pinstripes, or restrained polka dots in classic scales. These patterns don't carry baggage, they simply amplify your presence without whispering a year. Fabric quality, Principle 2, is the silent killer most women overlook until it's pointed out, and then it becomes impossible to unsee. A breathtaking print design sketched by an artist means almost nothing when printed on low-grade polyester. That synthetic base flattens every nuance. Vibrant hues turn muddy and lifeless. Light reflects in a harsh artificial glare. The material clings stubbornly to curves instead of skimming gracefully, and wrinkles form sharp, unforgiving creases that highlight every contour you'd rather soften. The drape is rigid, the hand feels cheap, the overall impression inexpensive, even if the price tag was modest. Contrast that betrayal with the quiet luxury of natural fibers. Silk catches light with a gentle liquid shimmer and flows fluidly over the body like water finding its path. Linen starts crisp but relaxes into soft, lived-in texture with every wear, breathing beautifully in warm weather. Pure cotton holds crisp detail without clinging, offering clean lines and subtle matte richness. Lightweight wool brings understated depth and warmth without heaviness. These materials don't just preserve the print, they elevate it. Color stays true, movement feels intentional, and the garment carries itself with poise. The simplest test in any store: press the fabric to your inner wrist or cheek. If it doesn't feel inherently special, luxurious, and comfortable against your skin, it will never look inherently special or luxurious on your body. And then Principle 3, the graphic and souvenir prints that promise instant personality but deliver distraction instead. These are the easy grabs: the oversized city name tee from a weekend getaway, the palm tree graphic shirt screaming vacation mode, the slogan top with a cartoon character or cheeky phrase, the bold logo motif bought on impulse. They're perfect in their native habitat: beach days, casual errands, lazy brunches with friends. They inject fun, nostalgia, or humor exactly where it's needed. But pull them into an everyday, polished wardrobe and the energy shifts. They become too literal, too loud, too low effort. The message competes with your face and posture rather than complementing them. The eye gets pulled to the print first, diluting sophistication and making the outfit feel scattered or juvenile. In a refined capsule, these pieces rarely earn their place. The elegant strategy is to keep them strictly for true downtime, gift them forward, or archive them with affection. Clear that mental and physical space for patterns rooted in artistry and restraint, subtle motifs, painterly abstracts, or elegant repeats that support your presence rather than steal the spotlight. These 3 principles, letting go of era-specific nostalgia, demanding natural fibers that honor the design, and stepping away from low-effort graphics, form the essential first filter. They eliminate the most common reasons prints begin to feel off, frumpy, or simply misaligned after 50. It's not about deprivation, it's about curation, creating room for pieces that truly reflect and celebrate the vibrant, confident woman standing in front of the mirror today. Unflattened colors and scale. With the outdated timestamps and low-quality fabrics now behind us, we step into territory that feels much more intimate and revealing. Here, the focus shifts from external history and material betrayal to something deeply personal: how certain color combinations and pattern sizes interact with your specific skin undertone and body proportions. This is where prints stop being generic and start either illuminating your natural beauty or unintentionally muting it. The difference isn't subtle, it's the glow you see or don't see in the mirror. Principle 4 targets one of the most deceptive culprits: dark, muted, muddy color palettes. These are the prints built on deep olive greens, blended with dusty taupe, bruised plum mixed with charcoal gray, faded rust shadowed by muddy brown. Combinations that often feel sophisticated or earthy in the store. Yet once worn, especially as skin matures and subtly shifts in tone or brightness, they absorb light rather than reflect it back to your face. The effect is quiet but devastating. Eyes appear shadowed, cheeks lose their natural flush, lips look paler, and the whole complexion reads tired or washed out, even on your best day. It's not the darkness itself that's the issue, it's the lack of clarity and luminosity. Many women only notice after removing the garment and watching color flood back into their skin. The simple rule: if a print makes you look instantly drained the second you button it up, that muddy palette is likely the thief. Trust your reflection's immediate feedback. Your skin knows before your mind does. Opt instead for palettes with cleaner contrast and brighter undertones that lift and energize, rather than sink and dull. In 2026, avoid muddy, but go for deep ink navy or sophisticated pink that lifts your glow. Principle 5 hands you the key to turn this awareness into real power. Root every print in your personal color harmony. The gold versus silver jewelry test remains the fastest, most reliable map to your undertones. In natural daylight, hold a gold piece near your face. If your skin warms noticeably, eyes brighten, and you suddenly look more vibrant and rested, you're almost certainly warm-leaning. Build around soft ivory, creamy camel, rich chocolate brown, warm terracotta, golden mustard, or peachy accents. If silver makes your features pop, cheeks flush naturally, and everything sharpens with clarity, you're likely cool-leaning. Crisp white, cool gray, charcoal, navy, and jeweled tones such as sapphire, emerald, deep burgundy, or amethyst. Once you know your lane, filter prints accordingly. A warm woman in a camel ivory abstract floral radiates. The same design, an icy slate gray, might leave her looking flat. This isn't about limiting choices, it's about precision. Your undertone becomes your built-in filter, transforming ordinary patterns into ones that feel custom-made for your glow. Principle 6 rounds out the trio by bringing your actual frame into the conversation. Mass must honor your proportions, not override them. Tiny ditzy florals, micro polka dots, or fine paisleys tend to disappear on taller or fuller figures, turning into visual static that makes the body appear larger and less defined overall. On the opposite end, enormous bold blooms, wide graphic repeats, or oversized abstracts can completely overwhelm petite or more delicate builds, swallowing the silhouette and pulling attention in unbalanced ways. The ideal is proportional harmony. Medium-scale motifs for the majority of women, gently enlarged for taller frames to keep presence without domination, gently reduced for petite ones to maintain elegance without overpowering. Step back for the full-length view. Does the pattern frame and flatter your lines, or does it fight them? When scale aligns perfectly, the print becomes a supportive frame rather than a competing element. These three principles, sidestepping light draining muddies, anchoring to your undertone talent, and calibrating scale to your unique build, move prints from random risks to intentional tools of enhancement. They return full control to you, ensuring every pattern you choose doesn't merely look attractive. It makes you look radiant, balanced, and unmistakably yourself. With your personal color and proportion compass now locked in, we're perfectly positioned to explore the next category: prints that overwhelm through poor placement, fit, or sheer excess. Let's continue building this confident, elevated wardrobe together. The prints that overwhelm through sheer volume, poor placement, or excess. We've already tuned out the dated echoes, upgraded the fabrics, and calibrated colors and scale to your personal blueprint. What remains are the pitfalls that happen when prints stop serving you and start taking over, hiding your shape, distorting under tension, creating unwanted optical effects, or piling on until the whole look feels chaotic rather than composed. This is the moment where intention meets execution, and small missteps can turn a promising pattern into visual noise. Principles 7 through 9 center on the core truth that a print should never erase the woman wearing it. Principle 7 warns against busy, all-over designs on shapeless or oversized garments. When a large-scale floral, abstract swirl, or dense geometric covers a loose, untailored tunic, caftan, or boxy top without any waist definition, the pattern becomes a visual wall. It flattens personality, conceals curves or lines that deserve to be celebrated, and lets the fabric wear you instead of the other way around. The eye has nowhere to rest, so it drifts away from your face and presence. The contrast is striking. The same busy print on a fitted blouse or belted dress suddenly gains focus and energy because your shape anchors it. Principle 8 doubles down with fit itself, the enemy of any patterned garment. When a top pulls tightly across the bust, stretches horizontally over the hips, or sags loosely at the shoulders, the motif warps. Flowers elongate into ovals, stripes bend into waves, geometrics skew. What was meant to be artful becomes distorted and amateurish, signaling "this doesn't fit" louder than any solid color ever could. A tailored silhouette keeps the pattern crisp and true. Anything less turns it into evidence of compromise. Principle 9 brings in the power of line direction. Bold horizontal repeats placed across the widest part of the frame, mid-torso on an apple shape, fullest hip on a pear, visually widen and shorten where most women want elongation and balance. Vertical or diagonal motifs guide the eye upward or slimmingly. Horizontals do the opposite unless used with extreme restraint. These three principles remind us prints thrive when they respect and reveal your form, not when they obscure or fight it. Principles 10 through 12 tackle the danger of too much pattern in too many places. Principle 10 cautions against full head-to-toe matching sets, the coordinating printed top and bottom that once felt coordinated but now often read as dated or costumey, unless styled with high-fashion editorial precision. In everyday life, the uniformity flattens dimension and makes the outfit feel like a relic from an older trend cycle. Principle 11 addresses the opposite extreme, mixing several uncoordinated prints without a unifying thread, say a floral blouse with a geometric skirt and a striped scarf. Without shared color, scale, or mood, the result is visual chaos that overwhelms the eye and scatters attention. Quiet luxury lives in harmony, not competition. Principle 12 delivers the final clarity. When you do choose a bold, beautiful print, let it be the undisputed starter. Pairing a vibrant patterned piece with equally loud jewelry, a patterned bag, textured shoes, and another accent print creates sensory overload. The chic move is restraint. Anchor the statement print with quiet solids so your personality, not the pattern pileup, remains the focal point. Taken together, these final 6 principles close the loop on the watchouts. They show how even a good print can falter when it hides you, distorts under strain, misdirects the eye, or crowds the frame with excess. The common thread is control. The garment and its pattern should always serve you, your shape, your glow, your story, not compete for center stage. We've mapped every way prints can quietly undermine confidence, from dated echoes and muddy palettes to poor fit and pattern overload. It's time to turn the page completely. What follows isn't correction, it's creation.
This is the joyful, proactive philosophy that builds a wardrobe you open with genuine excitement every morning. One rooted in timeless elegance, effortless confidence, and pieces that celebrate the woman you are right now. Welcome to the instead approach, where solids become your strong, versatile canvas and prints re-enter as deliberate, beautiful accents. The foundation of everything is obsessive attention to fit and fabric, hallmarks of what we now call quiet luxury, but really just timeless dressing at its best. No matter how stunning a print or how perfect the color, if the garment doesn't fit impeccably, it will never look expensive or modern. Shoulders should sit exactly where they belong, sleeves end at the right point, waistlines define without pinching, hems fall cleanly. If off-the-rack pieces come close, but not quite, a good tailor becomes your secret weapon. A small nip here, a hem there, or a shoulder adjustment can transform okay into made for me. Pair that precision with luxurious natural fabrics, silk that glides, cashmere that caresses, linen that breathes, fine wool that drapes with weight, and even the simplest solid piece feels rich against the skin and to the eye. This isn't about spending wildly, it's about choosing quality over quantity so every item earns its place and lasts for years. Next, master the art of sophisticated solids as the core of your capsule wardrobe. Build around one cohesive palette that makes your skin glow and your features pop. If gold jewelry warms and brightens you, lean into warm neutrals: creamy ivory, soft camel, rich chocolate brown, taupe, and warm beige, accented by soft terracotta or golden mustard. If silver sharpens and enlivens you, embrace cool neutrals: crisp white, cool gray, charcoal, navy, and black, punctuated by jewel tones: deep burgundy, emerald green, sapphire blue, amethyst. These colors aren't boring. They're powerful neutrals that mix endlessly, layer beautifully, and let you get dressed in minutes with zero stress. A capsule built on 8 to 12 pieces in your palette, tailored trousers, silk blouses, cashmere sweaters, A-line skirts, creates dozens of outfits that always feel polished and intentional. And there we have it. We've uncovered the 12 print pitfalls that can quietly dim your shine after 50 and flipped them into a joyful, empowering blueprint for timeless style. Timeless elegance isn't about age rules. It's about impeccable fit, luxurious natural fabrics, and colors that make your skin glow. Build your capsule around sophisticated solids in your perfect palette, your reliable, stress-free canvas. Wear what lights you up inside. That's the only rule that matters. In 2026, embrace these for your best year yet. Call to action: share your 2026 fave, leopard or polka. Check my 2026 trends playlist below.